What performance in the full season or this season? Obviously I'd like to play more minutes. That's obvious, but it's the same as every player out there wants to play. Can only play 11 players, and we can only play 4 foreigners. But when I'm on the pitch, I give 100% every time for this club. I try my best. Been successful here in the past few years, and all I can do is give them all on the pitch. What was the game? 2 games ago, I scored the winner there. So happy to help the boys. Whenever I'm called upon, I'm happy to do my best to help the team. That's all I can do this season.
Jason, you came here as an unknown striker. Since you have played in 4 different positions. Do you feel like after staying so long in career in Montpellier, you are still adapting the situation, adapting the playing style?
Yeah, I think I'm centre back next game. I think coach is centre back. I'm not sure. I enjoy playing anywhere. As I said, I spoke to the coach and everybody knows as well that if I'm on the pitch, I'm happy to help the players, help the boys. I've played in different positions, and it's not a problem for me. For me, the most important is just to enjoy playing, and that's what I do. So,
Raul.
Can you just give us a sense of the Mohun Bagan dressing room? Because I think you are one of the most chill guy in the team, always maintains a mood in the dressing room. When I was talking to your captain was saying that difference with the other club is the dressing room of Mohun Bagan. How is the relation among the young players, senior players, foreigners like you, among everyone?
Yeah, we've got an amazing dressing room. The boys are like a close family. We're like brothers. I see these guys more than my actual family. We get on really well, and I think that's a massive key in success. I think that's why we've been successful. And that's why we're doing well this season, is because we all get on very well in the changing room. We're all driven and we all want the same thing. We want to win trophies, and I think it's massive. If you look at any team that have been successful over the years, it comes from a good changing room. Good people in there and a good environment that genuinely want to do well for each other. As we touched upon earlier, if I'm not playing, I'm on the bench. I want the players to do well, and it's the same with the full team. So I think this is a massive reason why we're doing so well.
Last season when Mohun Bagan secured the league sheet, we just took 2 wins remaining in the hand. It was pretty one-sided towards the end of the season, but this time it is very close, tight competition. So these kind of situations, added motivation for players like you guys to be all the things.
Yeah, it's more exciting. Obviously there's not as many games this season, so every game is a massive game. You've seen it in the table so far that it's ups and downs. There's a lot of change. So it just means it gives us more determination to win every game. Every game is huge. It's a cup final every game, and now we're going into the crunch time now. It's the championship rounds, and it's a massive game against Goa. We all know what we need to do, and we need to make sure that we get the points and win every game now, and that's it.
Hi, Jason. You played last 3 years against all the team. You played all the. Actually, all Indian coaches said that Sanjay Singhal is the most toughest defender. Are you agree with that, or any other defender is there?
I've got to go Super Six boss, my own man, my captain. That's who I choose. I train against him every day, and he's the toughest. No, we've not even thought about that. It's not even on our minds that at all. It's a different team. It's a new manager.
Not in tournaments also.
What do you say?
This is the Super Cup. This is the ICC.
I don't understand.
Different tournament.
Oh, different tournament.
Last tournament is the Super Cup.
Right.
In Goa.
Yeah, so what's the question then? I don't understand. No, it was a different time. That's a different time, as I was saying. We've got a different team, we've got a different manager now. We don't look back at results, especially results that have not went our way. Why would we look back at that? We're focused on what's in front of us. We know it's going to be a challenge, but this is what we love. We love the challenge, we love the pressure, we love big games. So we're looking forward to it.